Welcome everyone to Ruby Thursday live streaming on Friday here. Is it September 8th already? Goodness. So my thing is on. I turned on my computer speaker to watch a video, but now it's back off, so you're not hearing me at the same time. Because I do have it open so that I can check the chat. So I'm going to talk for just a few minutes. Hopefully people will get the email, come on to watch, and I'm waiting for an all clear that, yes, you can hear me. But first people get the email, then they come here. Oh, good. Yes, they can hear me. Great. And there's a little commercial that happens. So I'm going to give folks just maybe another minute before I actually start coding. And just a reminder, if you've happened on this channel for the first time, my name is Melissa Wanish, and I'm the founder of RubyThursday.com. So if you're not on my mailing list, head on over there and sign on up. We do have a couple other things that happen, not just live streaming, which is actually a fairly new thing, but I'm gonna keep it up. It actually keeps me coding on my projects on a more regular basis as well. On these small projects that would get lost if I didn't just bang them out here. So go ahead and sign up there. And we've been live streaming making an Invoice app so that I can collect a monthly retainer from my customers so they enter their credit card information. They're on that subscription plan. It just happens. So I don't have to send them invoices every month and then they have to pay them, and it's, you have to track down people. So it's a lot easier. And there are products out there that we are inspired by, but we thought let's go ahead and make it ourselves and make it so that other people can use it as well. And I'm going to be working on that part more probably next week. This week we're just trying to get it so that I can have my current clients, and it's already the 8th of September, go ahead and have them, pay for their retainer, basically. So I think I've talked quite enough now. And, oops, I've turned off, there we go. I need to transition over using OBS on Twitch. So you'll see my screen come up, and let's have something else be what you see right away. A little to-do list. At the end of yesterday, I made a little to-do list to help me keep a little organized here. So we'll go over that real quick, and then we will get started, because I do need to get this done. I had a little bit of trouble figuring out the new Stripe JS for version 3. And making it work, and ended up needing to turn off turbo links. Made it work. So it's still a little work in progress, but that's where we are. So let's transition. And now you see my screen. And now a little to-do list here. Those would be awesome to get to today in roughly 3.5 hours. I will be taking a break. I can't, it is Friday, so your mind's a little slower here, and my lovely hubby is going to be bringing me coffee as soon as it's done. So you'll see him dash in here in just a bit. So we're going to add a page for, we're going to add the design. We're going to start adding design here, because I need to add design for those card elements, and that's a part that's brand new to me. We're going to test for Stripe errors. We don't have any handlers doing that right now, I don't think. And we're going to deploy to staging. And then I was helping a student last night work through testing out their Stripe Connect, but using the development client ID. And we were having some issues, and it was redirecting back to local, or it would redirect back to her staging site, but it wouldn't do both. So we'll see if we can figure that out today, because I do want to have a staging site separate from production, so that would be using the development client ID from Stripe, not the live one. We're going to work on Stripe sending those payment, your invoice has been paid in emails. We're not bringing that onto our site yet. Maybe eventually, if we want to make it a little more personal and not branded Stripe. But for now, we're just going to have Stripe send it that you did, you know, the monthly payment happened. We're going to test. Oh wait, deploy to staging, test on staging. It's kind of the same thing. Let's do this. Ooh, is that my coffee? I'm excited. Todd doesn't want to be on camera. Thank you. Yay, coffee. All right, we'll let that cool a little bit too. All right, so this is what we'll do. We'll have Stripe send emails. We'll just make that configuration change, find where we do that on the dashboard. Then we'll deploy, then we'll test. I've done some of the work of deploying, so it's not all of the work. You don't have to watch me set up Capistrano. I actually do have some of it deployed already, but we'll need to deploy these updates. And I haven't set up Passenger yet, so you won't be seeing all of it. That won't. Luckily, I've done some of that. And then maybe we'll deploy to production. Probably not. Probably not today. I'll probably need to, you know, that I do need to set up with Capistrano and make sure it's all working. So maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Excitement doing this live, remembering to say every thought out loud and not stare at the screen. So, oh, it's Friday. I'm going to have to refer to this a lot. Add design. That's where we are. So my lovely hubby and designer Todd sent me I have a lot of stuff open. Don't need everything open. Okay, so here is the Invoice app. I think I actually have that open here. Yeah, here we go. So he sent me the files. And we're going to he's working on all of the site, including where the vendor puts in their information, but we're just going to work on checkout. All right, so let's open that up so you can see what I'm working towards. And we have called it gig tilt. Now, why does it do that on my screen? We'll have to figure out why. Because when I look on his screen, this is even. So we'll have to see what happened there. Maybe a sizing thing. My screen is slightly smaller than his, I think. If I make it smaller, control smaller. Nope. Interesting. Okay. We'll have to see what happens there. But all of these things, huh? How secure do we think this is? Wanting to definitely make everyone feel comfortable that the money's going to be handled correctly. So, oh, we've now changed this. I'll change this just in the code because we're calling it gig tilt, not one from zero, which is our agency website. Which needs a little love, but it's, you know, where we advertise that. We were going to have it as part of it, but now we've decided to make it separate as its own separate deal. Hopefully it becomes a nice little SaaS for us. That's the idea. So now, yeah, powered by gig tilt. Oops. Okay. All right. So that's what it looks like. And then the other thing we're working on will be the thanks page. Okay. You guys ready for this? This is awesome. At least I think so. And it makes me happy. So there you go. This is our little thank you page. Eventually we're going to have a link where vendors can select their own thank you page that they have made. And that'll be great. But this is going to be my thank you page. Riker. Anyway, it's awesome. Okay. All right, so if I need to wake up during today's coding session, I may just take a look at this and smile. So this is what we're doing, and I don't know why that is, but we'll try to fix that up. So let's go ahead and a couple of things need to happen to get all this going. So first, let's bring in some files that we need. I looked and I had some stuff here. Bad Melissa didn't. Yeah, I took that out. So it's just remove more console log. All right, there. So now we should be clean. And we haven't pushed to master lately. Let's push to make sure it's all there. This is very bad I didn't get to that. Okay, so here we are. Let's, right, it's on my desktop. So we're going to copy from the desktop. And we're going to copy from the style sheets, all right? No, they call it CSS. And let's see, what is it called? Okay, so we have 3 files here. Now with Webflow, we want to make sure that, you know, when you build these things and you just so example, let me see. Oh, sorry. What I want to do is go back and check out. Now let's open it with Sublime so we have it to copy paste from. But you'll notice it's just a pure HTML site. Okay, so it is listing these guys in the order that they need to load. All right, so normalize, then Webflow, then gig tilt. However, when you pull in a style sheet and it needs to be loaded last in our asset pipeline, then you need to make sure it is either you could you know, go into your, that's so much stuff open here. You could go into application CSS and specify the order here, okay? But what I do usually is, you know, with the required tree, is I just make sure that they're named alphabetically how I want them to be. So that is what I'm going to do. The gig tilt, instead of, I may put like a Z in front of it. Z underscore is what I usually do to make sure it is last. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So let's see the names of it again. Okay. I'm just gonna move this over down a little bit so that I can just read them off. Okay, so we're moving gig tilt, but we're gonna rename it. It's gonna be in app assets style sheets, and then we're gonna rename it Z underscore gig tilt. I don't know that I need all those, but I will call it Webflow so that I remember it comes from there. And I think CSS is fine. I don't think we need to change that. Okay, but the other ones I will just leave the names as they are because it'll come up in the right order. Normalize, then Webflow. Okay, there we go. So now we have those files. Now let's go and let's just go through here. Woo, lots of images. All right, so I think you can do that with, let's see if we can make it happen all at once. I think that's with a star. So that's images. Star, like all of them. See if that, woohoo! Glorious. Okay. It is Friday. I am feeling it. A little punchy today. Hey, we'll have fun. All right, Invoice app, and now JavaScript, Webflow. It's the only one. They used to have 2 files that would come, but I guess they decided not to do that anymore. All right. They call it JS, right? And star. Go. Now we're not going to just include these because we're going to copy paste what we need because there's like a lot of stuff you don't need. So those are the files that I need. So that's great. Let's go ahead and make this a commit because there's lots of stuff that was added. So bring in files from Webflow. Okay. Now let's take a look at checkout.html. We have a lot of stuff open. Let me close some stuff. We need that. We need new. We don't need a schema. Let's close that for now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to first just look at the head, and we're going to bring in some of this, not all of it. So I think we're not going to give them this information. That's something that Webflow adds to track it, and I understand, but we're not going to do that. Some icons. All right, let's take that and go to our application. Still debating, if you were watching another time, still debating whether or not we're going to use different layouts for the different sections of the app here, but right now not. We are going to call it, okay, so we're not doing this. I guess we'll leave that. That's something from Rails. We'll leave that. Okay. There's some, okay, so we're not doing any of these links. That's happening with this. So let's move that here. And right now there is no turbo links whatsoever. Again, debating if I'm going to add back turbo links to the rest of the site. I don't know. Okay. We do have a web font coming in from Google. And some other, yeah, a couple of them. This needs to go over 1, 2. Let's make that a little easier to read. Okay, and then that just needs to go over 1. Okay, that's some JavaScript stuff for mobile, it looks like. Okay, and then we have some icons coming from somewhere else. Okay, great, looks good. I think that's all we need from the head. I'm just interested. They also load their JS at the bottom too, don't they? Yep. Oh, it needs jQuery. Look at that. All right. Oh, no, that's not really what I want to do. I'll copy. So, yes, I know I'm showing you my application YML. I've decided that it's just too much pressure not to show that during these things. I'm just going to change all passwords once I get an app to the point of production. And that's how it's going to be. So I'm going to change that. The main ones are the database and Webflow. Sorry, wrong one, SendGrid. But it's just too much pressure not to. And I think that it's going to be highly important when we get to testing Stripe Connect. So there you go. It's just too much pressure to remember not to do that, especially when we're working with these APIs and all these things. So let's try Oh, I need to load it before application because that would bring in... let's have it up here, see what happens. I'm going to load jQuery from Google. Okay, all right. See how that goes. If anybody's using Internet Explorer 9, they need to stop. But just in case. I guess we'll add that. No, we got it right there. Is it in both places? Oh, no, it's different. Okay, so we'll place that there. Cancel. All right. Now let's look at the rest of the page here. Let's take the entire body and we'll see where we need to change it up. Here we are in our new, so let's add it below. And whenever I copy paste, it always puts it over one tab. Go back and see where we can, you know, what we have. So we already have this invoice name, and that's going to go here, name of product or service instead is the invoice name. We have an image, so all these image classes, right, that needs to change for the asset pipeline to be an image tag. So I almost want to do a find replace. So we're going to replace IMG. And we're going to have to go through and change stuff, but this will save some time. So it's going to be some ERB and an image tag. Right, let's just do all of those. There are 14 images. All right, good to know. Place all. And now we'll fix up all right, that's, and we need to move. This is going to be a little boring here. Just to let you know, it takes a minute to do all this. The fun stuff will come when we, or in my opinion, the fun stuff will be when I start to really dig into those stripe elements here. Okay, because he's given me a bunch of design that now I need to put into the JavaScript. So that'll be fun. All right. So let's just do the image tags all at once here because we're in that flow, right? So here is another. Oh. Oh. Well. Guessing not all of these are like that, but this actually needs to be, let's see. This is a source that's CloudFront. So it actually needs to be back to image. Okay. So jump the gun on that one. Ah, okay. Here's some stuff we need to do. Okay, so I take it back. This is going to be fun. So this is stuff we're going to pull from Stripe. We didn't have the vendor entered this information. We had them connect with Stripe. So let's see if we can get some information. I'm going to take back. I'm definitely going to want to check this in our spec. So please invoice name. We're also going to expect the page to have the name of the business. Now we've got our vendor factory, so vendor with Stripe account. So here's the Stripe account. So it's an account for Melissa Wanish plus Stripe Gmail. All right, let's open that up and see what I've named the business there, or maybe we rename the business. Oh, let's name the business. So I'm using a private window here, making sure I'm not signed in. So I'm going to sign in. Hope it remembers. I think I had it remember the browser. Passwords. Okay, email. Oh, is my computer being slightly slow with streaming? I know I broke my own rule and I didn't reboot right before this. Is it going to text me? No. Yay! All right. So my browser might be a little slow. Here it goes. Just going to be patient. All right. We called it Ruby Thursday. Is that the business name? Let's see. Business settings. Let's go there. Okay, so to me, this is confusing me as I go between my real account and my test account. So this is really a test account completely. I mean, I even called it Test Stripe, right? So let's call it Test Stripe account. Okay. Yes, you see where I live. Well, you could see that if you looked at my SSL certificates, but please don't visit. You can send flowers. All right, so business name. All right, let's have that. So this is the account name. Business name. Okay. Website. It's fine. We'll leave it there. Phone. Okay, address. There we save. Public information. All right. Business name. It's not doing business as. Oh. Okay, sure. Statement descriptor. Let's also make it Test Stripe account. I mean, we're not going to make this live ever, so, but let's just do that. Now, can we save? Changes have been saved. So this is the business name that will come in. I wonder why we have a doing business as. I don't think that comes. Let's go back. I think I have the Stripe API open. Todd may have just put that in there in case. Could just have it say the same thing for now, potentially. Let's see. Connect account. Retrieve account details. Okay. business name, business URL, display name. Wonder if that's, how's that different? Email, legal entity, we don't really need that. You know what? We could get the payout statement descriptor because that could be different. That's doing business as. I sometimes change that up depending what I'm doing with Stripe. So, right. So I have this as two things. Let's make them different to test that out. Statement descriptor appears on your customer's card statement. So the business name could be this. And then the doing business as would be this, because that's what's going to show up to the client every week. So, for example, we have a company called Arding Inc., and that's our main business accounts and all of that, the taxes and everything. But we're doing business as Ruby Thursday. We're doing business as One from Zero, so we don't have to have multiple entities. Especially as we are starting these things, we're not sure they're going to work out. In fact, GigTilt had a different purpose before. So now we are repurposing that URL to do something else with. So creating entities, takes money. So instead we're doing business as until something really needs to be off on its own. And that's just what we do. I'm not sure that's the case for other people, but in case that's where we're having a different doing business as. So let's statement descriptor, let's say DBA, okay, it's a test account, so let's do something fun. Riker, oh, sorry, not Riker, Riker Inc. Just to go in the theme of our thank you page. Okay, so we're going to save that. So this is the connected account, right, that we're testing with. So, so we're going to say this and this both appear on the page. All right, so let's copy this. And we're putting it in our test. All right. Yep. And then the same thing happens for is that redundant to say DBA and then DBA again? So Riker Inc. I'm gonna leave that there because that's what I mean it to be. So I'm gonna leave that so I understand what I'm grabbing. All right, so now we expect to have these things. Anything else on this checkout window? All right, business DBA. The amount is something we put in. I was just working with images though. I got a little lost when I just scroll down. Kind of jumping a little bit. All right, let's finish up our image tags first, and then we'll get back to pulling in that information from Stripe. Oh, jumping around. Okay, let's see. Take a tiny mental break here. Do some. This is stuff I you know, consider, you know, it's grunt work, if you've ever heard that term. All right, well, let's not do every, let's keep our focus on image tags and just getting those done. This is the part of the movie where you go take a bathroom break. Oh, take out. Did I do that up above? Yes, okay. Again, we have some more work here to do. Scroll up so you can see. But we're just focusing on images. Lots of little images to make everyone feel comfortable putting in their credit card information. Okay. Again, not integrating everything, just working on images. And when I did this, it said there were 14, although I think some of them are pulling from other places, so they may not all be image tags. The image tags are only for the images that are in my images folder. Some appear to be coming from the internet. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to change this right now before I forget. Okay. Of course, I have to add that email. Haha. All right. Okay. Scroll down so you can see. Okay. It's a long name. Oh. What did I miss? I missed something. Okay. Maybe good to change that name, but we'll just keep going for now. Okay. Here it is again. Okay. Or another very long one. Comma. Take out folder. Okay, how many are we doing? Let's see. If you're watching, and doing this live, say hi. Say hi in the chat. That'd be really awesome. I will check that out. Sizes. Interesting. That's new. Guess that'll work. We'll have to see. Oh, there's different sizes for different. I'm not sure image tag takes something called sizes. I'm gonna instead, wait, let's Z. I'm gonna go with style and put that all in a, like this. Oh, these are image tags, though. That's... Da, 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 da. Okay, wait. Let's take this out. To the Google. Let's leave that as is. I haven't seen anything called sizes. That's new. That must be, I don't know, new CSS for responsive. Let's go Rails, image, tag, sizes. Well, there's something that says size. Cool. Let's go here. Let's see if there's some information about it. Excuse me. Oh, slow internet. Da da da. Source option size. Uh-oh. Supplied adds width times height or number. Size will be ignored if the value is not in the correct format. Ah. So there's nothing called sizes. Let's think about how we can do this. And how is it written in the CSS? Size is max width. Source set. This is written differently than I've seen before. Inline. Huh. That is new. Let's see if there's anything more, like people coming up with questions about it. Let's see if they're asking about that. So basically it wants to use a different image when the screen is at a different size. Oh. Right. I can create my own helper. Basically, that's what this is. It's its own, this is all its own helper. That's an idea. That doesn't answer the question. That's an idea to say which image, so it would be a view helper. And then it would set what image, you know, if screen, I mean, is that something that'll come in? with max width. Okay, it's an idea. We can play around with that. I'm just curious, because I think I'm making sure I'm understanding this. So there's different sizes of these suckers, right? So credit cards, it's two sizes. Okay, there's the credit card. And it's just bigger. Why can't it be the same deal? I mean, I was expecting if these two were like below it or something like that, then I understand why do it like this. But I may go back to my designer and understand the difference, like what's happening. And why it needs to be like this, because it's the same. It's just one's a little bit bigger. That one's smaller. That one's bigger. Why can't it resize? Okay. Well, that's an interesting thing. I'm not sure if I want to go through the effort of building a helper yet. I'm going to just see how it looks and see what happens, but it's something to look at when we look at the page and then run through the different screens. So right now I'm just gonna load the one that's like this. Just gonna load that one and see what happens. And if we need to make our own helper, we will, but I hope not. I'm not sure the, and then it's saying how big or small it should be right here, as opposed to in the class. I don't know. This is... Right? Because it's got a colon at the end here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Comma. Oh, it's class. Oh! Oh, wait. Something. I'm just going to take all this out for now. I'm missing something. And see what happens. Let's maybe put a big old note. Oops. Yeah, let's put a big old note right here. Make sure this loads. Had size attribute, I guess. All right, let's just call it that. All right, so we'll come back to that. All right, still looking for our image tags. Got a curveball. I don't know why these have all these numbers. I guess that's just how it exported from Webflow. All right, here's another image class. Okay, here's another one. Might be last one. Oh, here we go. Oh, might be one in the footer here. Okay. Okay, save that. Whew, there's a lot going on this page. A lot goes into a checkout page as far as design goes. Okay. So let's go back to the top now that we've just done image tags as a whole. Now let's go back through placeholder text and see what this is. So again, so from Stripe, we are seeing we're going to bring these things in. So this is the first time that I'm doing this as well, pulling from Stripe in this way. So let's set each of these as their own variable. So what we need to do is grab the account. So if you see from the API, so retrieve. So and then this. So what we need is this, right? And we're going to need that in our controller for our subscriptions, right? So new. Okay. So let's connected. Well, yeah. So it's vendor. We need the vendor first. Equals at invoice dot vendor. Right. And then connected Stripe account. And we're not making this very flexible if we choose some other thing, but I'm pretty into Stripe here, so let's just do it. We could just call it connected account, but it's let's connected Stripe account. We're descriptive right now. Retrieve, and it's the vendor, and we called it the Stripe UID, right? So this is going to go to Stripe and get it. So this is going to be this response here. Okay, this JSON hash of responses. Okay, so so business name is here in the top level, so it can be, I think we're going to be able to get it. And we may want to play around with this a little bit in the console if it starts to be giving us what we think. But let's call at business name equals connected Stripe account dot business name. Yep, exactly what we named it. And yeah, let's just call it what it is here on Stripe so that it's easy enough for us to come back and see what we meant. So we wanted statement descriptor. I think that's what we did. I think that's what that means. And that's in the top level. It's not within something else. I think it's in the top level. I wonder why this is sort of separate here. All right, well, legal entity ends there. We'll have to see. But let's go ahead and copy this. For us, it's doing business as. I think we just name it what it is. See how that goes. So we have a lot going on. Let's see what happens here. Now we should probably also edit this, because yesterday I was all excited that yay, we got our subscription happening. So let's go ahead and though delete, so we're not creating so much data here. Although that'd be interesting. Presumably. Subscriptions. Oh, well, we need to view test data. There we go! Get killed customer! Woohoo! Alright, wonder what I did there. Oh, this was a test, and this was me on my local. Got it. Okay. Yay. So, but we don't want to fill up that, right? Okay, if we keep running our tests, you know, presumably we could run them 50 times, and then we're going to get a bunch of these. So, it's good just to have these going. We may use them later as real data to work on, but let's delete it for now. So how do we, back here. How do we delete a subscription? It's good to know that anyway. Or cancel? It's called cancel. Cancel. Retrieve, delete. Okay, so retrieve, and that is going to be subscription dot ID for subscription. Now, do we go ahead and delete the customer as well? Yeah, we don't want all those extra customers hanging out. Subscription. Okay, so let's look and see how we delete a customer. Same basic way. Let's make a note though. Delete test data. Okay. And so this is subscription.id for customer. Okay. I think that's better to delete the subscription and then the customer, because otherwise we might have, I don't know. I think it's better. Does it say if it deletes? Okay, okay. Permanently deletes customer. It cannot be done. Also immediately cancels any active subscriptions on the customer. Well, then maybe that's all we need to do. Let's leave that right there for now, but that may be all we need to do there. Just deleting the customer. Hey, it's fewer calls to Stripe, so speeds up our test just a little. Okay. Let's run this test and see if we get these two to come in correctly. Excitement. Okay, let's see what happens. All right. And well, it'll also test that I haven't screwed up the the image. I should have done that first as well. Okay, spec features, client. See where we are. Nope, it's warming up for the day. Oh, while it's doing this, I promised to look and see if anybody said hi, and it's okay if you didn't. Oh, yay, hello. Thank you. Thank you, Times New Roman. 14, thank you, Times New Roman. Thank you so much. And Amening, I think I'm going to pronounce that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for giving a shout out. That does help me. You know, a little encouragement never hurt anybody. You know, if you know anything about me, I'm also a but I'm also an actor. I just haven't done it in a little bit. I've been doing coding more, Ruby Thursday, having a baby. You know, those things kind of take up the time there. So let's go back to here. But thank you for shouting out. Thank you so much, guys. All right, let's see. What did we not? See, so I've messed up here. What line is that? An asset pipeline. Lock white is what we're missing. So from new. Whoa. Lock dash white. Take that away. Save. Let's actually look for images. There are two. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's look for images. Yep. Let's see if I've missed any. Find. Images. Okay, so hopefully we've fixed that up. Is that the... Okay. See where we are. Oh. All right, looks like we need to add a few things to there. And what is all that? Oh, I forgot to actually include it in there, but what is bead? What is all that? I wonder. Okay. But it looks like we just didn't we set it in the controller but not in the view. But let's also clean up this. From host, we're going to allow fonts from Google API. and CloudFront. All right, so let's go to our Rails helper. We're going to say it's okay to go get those. All right, hopefully that solves that. So okay, so it's business name. And then at statement descriptor. Okay. Let's see now what happens. I wonder what all that is. What is that? I'm just gonna double check our application layout. What is that? I don't know. We'll have to see when we actually open the page. Maybe there's something wacky going on. Maybe when I finish everything. Oh, invoice.name. Oh, it's awesome plan right there. I have no idea what that is. We'll have to see what that is. Okay. Oops, sorry. All right, let's try it again. Looks kind of crazy. But maybe when we finish our integration, it'll go away. Never know. Oh, did we not save? Oh, we didn't Ajax. Let's see. Oh, it's like I'm missing. Okay, test. It does show Stripe account. Statement descriptor is where I'm missing that. There we go. It does have that stuff still. But let's go up here. What did we miss? We missed Ajax. Copy. Oh, that's the jQuery that they want. Okay, let's see where we are now. Did I save? Yeah. It made it all caps. Okay. Maybe that's, let's look at our lovely design. Maybe, I don't think I put it in all caps on the, on this page here. Did I? Did it just come in all caps? You know, statement descriptors are what's this? Am I in the right place? Why does it say the old stuff? Wait, let's go back. Viewing test data. That's a little confusing. Oh, did I not save? But I saved this. I mean, it's coming in correctly, you saw it. But statement descriptors turn into all caps. Hopefully that looks okay in the design. But let's test Stripe account again and save. I just want to be sure it's saving everywhere. And that's, do we have it? Yeah, okay. Save. Okay. Just started feeling, okay, yeah, something happened here. Doesn't look like it deleted it here. Oh, maybe it did, yeah. Okay. That's all looking correct again. All right, just a little confusing. Didn't realize you could set different ones for test and production, but I guess so. Interesting that it wasn't coming in differently, but hey, I will take it. So it's coming in all caps. Statement descriptors turn all caps. All right. Still think that's the best best idea, because as a person using Stripe, you want to change your statement descriptor to match so that the person remembers the reason for a statement descriptor. Oh, right. I didn't change my spec. Okay, so the reason for a statement descriptor is that when someone looks at their bill, they remember what it was, because otherwise they might think, oh, I didn't make this charge. Let me dispute it. So you want to be sure that that is something that somebody will remember. It is something to, aha. What is wrong with it? Couldn't find invoice 1. Logo gray. Okay. Thought I fixed all those. Logo gray. All right, let's look at logo gray. Does it say what line this is on? Is that in the application layout? Where is that? It's going to CloudFront, CloudFront. Maybe it says at the bottom here? This rack. No route matches. Images dictate logo gray. Is that a background image? Is that a background image? Aha! It is. Okay. So when I'm working with Webflow, this file may get altered. In fact, I know it's going to get altered. Todd is not completely done with the vendor side. So, and things, you know, might change. So it's not productive for me to change this file. I'm going to make another file where I handle the background images. And we're going to alter this class to load this correctly per the asset pipeline. So that's what we'll do. We will create a new file. And we want it to load lower, so we're going to go ZZ. So control save. Background images.css.arb. Yeah? Almost sure. Let's go check out. Let's see, when did I do that last? It might be on my courseware. Let's see. Edits? None of these. I'm pretty sure background. Okay, so it doesn't, I'm sorry, not ERB. See, just CSS. And then it has that. That's what's worked. Okay. So let's rename this. Okay. Just going to copy in my example, but this is the and does it have it listed anywhere else? No. Okay, so now on this file, I'm just going to look for images. Okay, where else are you? That's the name of the GIF. Downsized, trippy firework. I'm pretty sure that's what Todd named it. That's pretty funny. All right, and trippy. That's fun. Okay, so we're gonna want to do that one as well. Because that is happening soon-ish. All right, so let me copy that. All right, so it looks like this. That looks wrong to me somehow. Right? Why is this not inside? hell they all are. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, I just don't know why that turns yellow. I guess that's my question. But that's what's going on. Okay, so there we go. That's why it looks funny to me, is that this one is yellow with that. Okay, all right, well, now it's not a trash can. It is, let's go back to the other one. Kick, tilt, logo, gray. All right. Let's see if that works okay. Okay. Goodness. Sass isn't happy. Okay, well, let's look at that line, see if we can find anything. So it's the lock gray 3. Looks okay to me. Maybe if we put it on a new line. Be more obvious. Is there potentially not this image in here? Lock gray 3. There it be. Dash gray dash 3 log PNG. Sometimes if this is wrong, it errors out on you. Class. Looking for extra these, that looks fine. A comma, that's important. Is there, it's not, I mean, there's a space, that's okay. Small like lock icon, is that not here? Know why it would error out if it was missing a class. That seems a bit much, but it's there. Okay, let's look at the error again. Undefined method for nil class. Huh. if it really has to do with that. I think that's kind of pointing me in the wrong direction. Okay, well, let's try taking that out for the moment and see if we get a different error, or yeah, something else happens. Then I know it's that line and I should look at it more, but it feels that that line looks okay to me. I feel like that error might be something else. It's like it's just kind of pointing to the wrong line, in my opinion, but let's see. Okay, does it just go to the next line? Let's see. Right, it just went to the next image tag. Okay, so it went to the next image tag. So this is the first image tag. Do we not use image tags in Rails 5.1? Okay, let's look this up. Maybe gives us something to go on here. Because it was loading. All right. We were just not getting... I don't know what it's doing. Let's see, because before it was loading, we were just not getting the right Riker, like it was caps and not. So why would it now fail on us? We added another CSS file. Maybe something's wrong with that. Not name. No, that's not it. So what we did differently is we added our, so maybe there's something wrong with this. You know, my other files had that. Why don't we try this? Maybe it needs to be, maybe this helper maybe is only with CSS, maybe? All right, let's try that. I think we'll be taking a break pretty soon here. Seems to be doing more, I think. It's taking it longer. Fix now is to preach. Okay, let's see what happened here. Whew. That's a new one. Element at 15 is no longer present in the DOM. Node not attached. Raise JSON error, new read response. All I'm going to look this up, but otherwise I may end up just looking at the page running Rails server, but let's see what happens. I don't know if that's the same issue. That's interesting. Is our background image, are they not showing? Is that what it's saying? Because basically it stopped loading the page at all when I added those background images. So, okay. May have to change to Selenium here. You know, maybe maybe the card isn't loading yet because we haven't fully integrated it. So that's my guess. Let's run the server and just see. You know, this may be, you know, a mid integration. So it may, we saw it bringing in the information, like we saw Riker happening. So what happens next in our spec, right? Maybe it gets to that next point, right? Maybe it's having trouble with this. So I'm not sure where it's failing because it's not really telling me. But let's see if we can get back to new, and maybe it gives me this error page. It's gonna be kind of wonky looking. Let's see if it loads. Kick tilt 2. I probably need to like well, it has it. Oh, you see how there's 2 places? Oops. Thanks. It does. That's what's coming up, so this is what's giving it an error. It can't find anything because this is what's coming up. It's no longer attached to the DOM, meaning like there's an error message. Okay. There's 2 email address things, right? And one set of JavaScript is saying, come over here and fill it out. It's kind of conflicting. So this is more like a mid-process, but I would like you to see how nice it's looking. So far, it's really not doing too bad. Again, I don't know what's going on here. But overall, it's well on its way. So not too bad. It's just that this form that came from Webflow is not, it's not integrated yet. Okay, so cool. Let's go back here. I think I need a little bit of a break. I've been drinking coffee and you know what that means. So, yes, I have to go to the bathroom. So let's take 5. Let me see if anybody has questions just real quick. Anything? Nope, that's okay. So I'm gonna be back at we can be quick. Let's say 3:15, an 8-minute break, and I'll be back. I'm gonna change this up to streaming soon. I need some other kind of hold message, but that'll be it for now. Okay, muting myself. See you guys in a bit. Oh, I didn't actually. No. There we go. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. It's Friday. All right. And we're back. All right. And let's see here. We're going. We're still on our first task, front-end integration, but we've dealt with images and background images. And now let's deal with the form, because that's the next thing giving us an error. Now we haven't gotten through. Oh, you know what we really need to do? Let's sort of mid-process here. So let's not commit yet. If I get to the end and I haven't finished, I will commit, but let's go ahead and run through. So we got these two to load, and it started to do the next process, which was the form, but we still have this amount here. So let's, it's calling for cents. I really wasn't doing cents. We made it an integer and not a float. So I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna say, hey guys, round up. Don't use cents. So I'm not gonna have cents. Let's just, but I think there's a helper that changes it into money. I think that's a money. There's a helper. So we want to make sure, let's add another expectation to make sure that that looks correct. And so I think we've been saying when we create our invoice, the amount is, so it's $10. So it would be $10. With the money sign, $10. Ah, not an exclamation point. There we go. Okay, so we're expecting that to be there. And so I think the helper, what do I use as that helper? Need to close some of these. Oh, it's being slow. Good reason to close some tabs. Not overwhelm my browser today. Okay. Rails helper. For money. I feel like there's something. No. Action views, number helper, number to currency. There it is, number to currency. Because we made it an integer. Now we're gonna number to currency. We could still have it .00. Let's see, locale. Precision 3, goodness. Okay, so it's gonna default to US. Defaults to current locale. All right, defaults to dollars. All right, let's just do number to currency, and since we're not putting in the dots, it should just show it. So number to currency. That gives us more options if we decide to have other money happening. You never know. So let's do equals number to currency at invoice dot amount. Okay, use that helper. I'm gonna look at it later. Because right now it'll probably be okay and then it'll crash out on us again. So let's just keep going. Bold monthly. So we are not collecting different kind of times yet. So let's just leave this subscription monthly. Description. Oh, we should make sure that it isn't here. I think we're just making up invoice.description. Right? And it's a paragraph. Great. All right. So let's, when we go through that again, right now, let's just, do we think that it's going to have returns? Potentially. So let's do simple format. Because it's a text area, it might have a new line. We're not going to allow any other kind of styling, but it could have new lines. Simple format at invoice.description. Okay. That's all the same. Image class stuff. Okay, here comes the form. All right. Now, where do we want these little card errors to come in? I think that would be right at the top of the form. Oh. Where do we want the JavaScript error? Yeah, in fact, let's put all errors inside of here. Let's move our form. Oops. Down and start working on making it look nice. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we don't have any styling on this. We're probably going to need to add some, but we'll do that later. All right, form data, don't need that. That's our form width. Label for email address. Okay, that looks good. Let's put that here. All right, you may hear my little baby crying. She's okay. She's just eating. Let's see. Input autofocus. Sure. Okay. I think we can just add that to here. Okay, so is there a placeholder? Yes. Ah, John. Although that's my dad's name, so I can't be too. I think we're gonna change it though. Make it a little more general, let's say. Let's say the placeholder is name. All right. Max length. Oh, because it's a string. I guess we could put that in. Let's see if it gives us any errors or anything. Email. May need to put all this differently, but let's do it for now. Okay, invoice, text, input, W input. All right, that is the class. Let's see what happens. All right. Data name, email. I don't think we need that. Okay, so this is where we get into trying to figure out what needs to go in the JavaScript and what doesn't. So, let's look at our card number. Actually, let's look at this. Gigbuild version 2. Oh, and we got this little, we gotta change that. That's Webflows. But anyway, so it says card number. It's all in one line here. And for us, and here he's separated it out. Well, let's take it a piece at a time. Let's just put this guy in here and see what happens. So let's go ahead and in its own row. Let's just try copy. Let's just do that. Right, and up here we only have Stripe ID error. We'll keep both places for now. Oh, except we need the form. Wait, we copied it down into here, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. So let's get rid of it up here. Okay. Okay. Save. Okay, so let's also just get rid of these guys just in case. It's just extra. Let's get rid of that. What is that? Some stuff may break here, but let's just see what that does. Nothing. You know why? Because we're not we're not running our server. Let's run it on a different tab. I'm probably going to be going over 4, just so folks know, but let's see. The thank you page is going to be super easy. It's not bringing in any specific information. So that's going to be easy. We'll just have to change those image tags potentially, and that's it. All right. Good. Okay. So now sit up straight. Oh, it resized it. Sort of, but where's the... It's missing powered by Stripe. So where's that going? I may have to talk with my designer to see if you know, he can be happy with how this comes in, but let's at least get card number and powered by Stripe up there, or let's see what happens. This and this. So in a row. Oh, this is in a row. Let's copy that. Put it in here. There it goes. All right. Save that. Now what does it look like? Okay. Right, because he loves this little lock symbol. So the card number is like this instead. All right. Let me just quick reference the elements. Stripe. Card element. Base. Add your base input styles here, for example. Okay. Oh, I think it needs to be above here. Elements, style. Oh, okay, well, that's fine. Yes, because we have to have elements first. Okay. Base, for example. Okay, so what is the, let's close that for now. It is invoice text field W input. So W input also has some stuff. Might be easier to look at it here. Maybe. See what happens. All right, let's see. Oh, there it's going. Okay. Class this. This is what I want to know about. Okay. So that's W input. So that is the base. That is in fact the base information. And then it'll be particular for, right, this is what all of them have on it. It's W input. Let's see, label class input, W input. They all have W input in there. So, let's move this close. Oh, I'm getting something delivered. Right. I know what it is. It's a delivery. Can probably get it in a minute. It's probably not bad. Okay. Does that look all right? Commas. As there are commas. Instead of semicolons, because this is now going into like this. Okay. I think it's Control H. Yeah. Semicolon. Just these semicolons though. Not all the semicolons. Let me put my cursor up here. Find. Replace. 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 Replace, 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 replace. Okay, now it also had escape, quotation marks. Yeah. Right? I like double. Wonder why things are... I wonder why. So I think we need to, like that, for JavaScript. That's what it's showing. Camel case, right? I think that's, yeah. Okay, now we need to, says style, let's not do for example, that is what it is. Okay, let's see what happens. May completely screw it up. Let's see. Playing around. Reference error block is not defined. Okay. Down here, I'm seeing, is that screwing it all up? Yes, it no longer shows that. Okay, so block is not defined. Well, what, I know what not defined means. Is that all that it's giving me? Yeah, okay. Alright, so it doesn't like, oh. Maybe that'll work. It's slow. Okay, not as many JS errors or notes, but it didn't show up either. Oh, it's still going. It's still going. The page loads and then it loads in that stuff. So it's, I think it's my computer being a little sluggish. I didn't reboot, and it's streaming. Can you blame it? It's like it's Friday. I'm working too hard. Okay. So it loaded. Oh. Okay. What are the properties? Let's see. Page down. Okay. Maybe it's in the examples page. margins. So this is doing some. So at least putting a border around it. I just want to know what, is it on the migration page? Like where can, what is a list? I want a list of all the CSS stuff. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, it's just like, that's just too much. Too much. Find a full list of supported CSS properties that can be used as style in our Stripe.js reference document. Okay. That's where I was. Okay, so now, where is that? Element options, style, here we go. These are the ones you can use. Should have given this to my designer. Okay, so I mean basically here it listed a whole bunch that weren't. I mean, is it gonna give me padding? It's not, there's no border. Oh, sorry. I don't know where that's coming from. Go away. Okay. So these are not there. Text align. Oh, sorry. There's my line height is there. No margin, no padding. No width. And I believe no display. Gosh, what a specific line height. Okay. Probably gonna need to add some CSS to this instead to kind of push it down, maybe. Instead. Let's see. Does it look any better? Or any more like the design? Okay. Height. Not height. Font size though? Is font size one? Font style, font size. Line height and color. Out of all those things, that's all I get. Font family, I probably should have. That might be with, I didn't see border areas, but did see font family. So let's put it here. Why? Okay, fine. Okay. Okay. Doesn't look terribly different. I'm wondering if description, woohoo. So I'm just playing here. Yeah, that's really nice. I think I may ask my designer what he feels about that. Oops. We may just decide to, because I can't put a border on it, but we may decide just to keep their styling. It's not terribly flexible. Unless, well, now they put borders around in their example. What happened there? How did they do that? Is it a text decoration instead? No. Text transform. Like, they did have borders. So let's go back to elements, examples. Right. Animated, whatever, doesn't matter. Rounded input fields with custom web font. Okay, well, it's not rounded, but to align the labels on the left. How would you align the labels to the top? Well, that doesn't totally matter. I could always pull out all the elements and not have it together, right? They allow you to have like the card number, different place from the expiration date. I could all pull that out. On color. And then, wait, the HTML brings the zip code, input name, class field placeholder. So address zip, they pull it out separately, and then JavaScript. How does it find it back together? Right, okay. Extra details. Put it in the extra details. That's how they put it back in, right? So they took it out, put it back in. Why is it rounded? Padding, cursor, width, float, right? All that fun stuff. Field. Right, all this other stuff. Is that in class field? Div ID class. Ah, because that's going around the whole thing? Okay. So what if I did that? What if I did, okay, so we look at the example. So I'm going to add this guy. No, not the label. The input. Here. What does that do? Hopefully it puts a border on it. So I'm gonna need to ask, oh, hopefully it like takes out all that info. Aha! There we go, how nice. So it's a little closer to the design. And then how do I get the lock? The lock might cover up this guy. So my question is if I really need to separate it all out and make it look exactly like it. Because right now it's kind of fun how it's doing it. Hang on just a moment. Let me see if Todd's available to look at it real quick. Nothing like having your designer in-house. Literally So he is fine with how this all looks and how it's going to work. So we're not going to worry about the lock or separating it out. Because I was like, well, it's possible, but what do you think? I mean, you know, Stripe, I'm sure, has done a lot of user testing with this. I mean, they've launched that to everybody. So if they think it's fun and cool, then let's give it a shot. And hopefully they had people use it and didn't get confused. That would be my only thing. But it's very modern. And let's do it. Let's give it a shot. I have a couple people who are going to use it and let me know. So if they're like, I got confused, I have the design ready to go and change it. So let's just do that. We're not going to worry about putting the lock in. So I think I said that. All right, and so let's just make complete payment. He wants it to say place order now. Yeah? Okay, place order now. So we're changing that. Be sure to change it in your test. Right, because all of this will continue to work. Right, I'm glad. Okay. Saves me a lot of time. You know, sometimes the designers don't know what's going to be a long time and what's not going to be a long time. So if you were working with a designer, I do encourage you to say, hey, if we just left it like this, it would save me like 3 hours of work. What do you think? Because I think it'd take a good another hour to like pull all that out, figure it out. So just talk to each other, right? Okay, where am I going? I need, I should have copied because now I'm lost on where it is. All right. There it is. Okay. Copy. Now this is actually in href. Why is it an A class? Order button, row. Ah. There's this little icon next to it. That's lovely. Okay, so let's A class. I think I might change that to a div. Ooh. Okay, I might just change it to a div and see if it'll work in the same way. I don't know why. Is that how the little hover works? Okay, that's how the hover works. All right. Basically this goes in here and we copy this class. Oh, X that. Okay. See how that goes. And wow. Not good. What's happening here? Why is the background all wonky? And that's not looking good either. What did I do? What did I do wrong? Invoice button. Anything else? order now. Is something coming from submit? Like a button. Inline block. But why? Oh, okay. Inherited from body color. Why is it looking? Why has it got that craziness going around the outside of it? Let's. Now, why are you also? Well, let's get rid of the white first. Disable with place order now. You saw how I don't know if you were watching yesterday, but I had a data here. Disable with please wait. Just wondering if that comes in. Type submit, but what is happening? To put that crazy font inherit button inputs. Button text. Why is this white around it? Text decoration none. All right, well, let's refresh. Just curious if it changes that disable with. Hello. Hello. Needs a comma. Always with the comma. Okay. Oh, okay, let's. It's a link. I wonder. The A? No. I mean, A is the whole thing. This is the order button. What do we got going on here? Row. That guy, then this guy. Yeah, so this is what's here. Does the column have some kind of... No, what's making it white? Have some kind of border to it. What is that? Is that a button thing? Like button text? Input class. Oh, I'm just curious. Place order now. It still says place order now. Data disable with. Right. Yeah? No. Ah. Okay. Let's just check it out real quick. Rails. Data disable with. This is this year. Let's see. Oh, do I have to do? Maybe it does it with, just does it. Not what I need really. I know I'm getting distracted. Let's just not worry about that. I'm gonna fix that later. Right now, let's try to fix why the button is so not good. All right, so the A class makes it with the hover, right? Hover, similar. Okay. Okay, well, what we could do is look at, because we have it loaded on the page right below. So let's look at this. Row. Sorry, I'm just looking. Voice border, button text. It's a div there. Okay. Why don't we put, instead of, can I undo? Where were we? Okay, yeah, let's just undo. It's not what I want to do right now anyway. Let's instead put the submit button inside of the div. Right, okay. Right? Let's see what that does. the thing about this is that you're going to have to hit the words and not the whole button, which I don't like. It's broken anyway. Doesn't look good anyway. So I think what would be better, right? See how that's a different deal going on? I want it all to be this to click on it, right? Because if you click this, nothing happens. And I hate having to click on the letters, which I don't think was the intention anyway. So, oh, I got a knock. Do I need to pause?
Hi.
Hi.
You want to take 2 minutes? This is good stuff.
2-minute break. 2-minute break. I guess well, should I change the view? Like streaming soon or?
Yeah, 2 to 5 minutes.
2-minute break. Okay, I'm back. Quick little fun break. All right, so can we let's see. Rails custom CSS for submit button. Like, can you do F submit do or whatever? F submit. Do. 3.1. let's go with the newest here, even though it's Rails 4. D. How funny. D. Who knew? The submit button would really throw me through the loop. It means such a nice button. Oh, my computer's like, ah. Oh, I was doing cap locks instead. Okay. Let's just write f dot submit do. Was that do? Okay, it's a thing. I'm gonna try it. Oh, maybe data disable with. Just a moment. Ooh! I put it right on the button. Put it right on the button. But right now, let's make it look right. And I was just so into getting the button. Do. Oh, sorry. End. Okay. Where's our button text again here? This guy. Okay. What does that do? Oh. Nothing. Does nothing. I think I see something else going on, but Now I need to remove every styling on the button. um, this is Hamel, but do. Who knew the place the button would get me? After all that, that didn't work at all. Oh, thought I saw something else in the next Google listing. Ugh. This isn't helping me. So what really is happening is that all of this okay, let's take it all out here. Back the way it was. I think what we need to do is in a row. I think having all this row stuff isn't helping me. Because here's the button, right? And this. So if I take out all this row stuff, all the row, let's invoice border button div. Let's leave that, maybe. Take out the column. I think the reason he did all that is to make that little icon show up next to the text. It'd actually be a heck of a lot easier if it was an image. Some extra here. Where's that image? Hello. Yeah, okay. Good. So it's the whole you can hover. It's the whole button now. What if in this case we did do? I don't know what the div is doing. We may want to take that out. It's a little low. Is that how it looks down there? We'll see. Still not showing the So that's the right div. So what we're trying to do now is it looks pretty good, except it's not the right length and it doesn't have the little guy there. So it's more acting like a whole button though, and that's important to me. This just gives it width 200. Why is the width 200? Where's the text align left? Why is it text align left? Oh, well, I'm messing up that now, but an interesting shadow that this one doesn't. So that doesn't show up anywhere. If I take all this out, okay. Let me just take out another one. How to get an image next to it? Why don't I look that up? That's not what I wanted. Okay. We'll submit with icon. It's an image. Add icon to inputs. Do span. Is that it? Why it's not F submit do? Okay, so button tag will tell you, we'll do it for you, but F won't. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. Class, all this jazz. And let's put this in here. And it needs to say place order now. Can always undo. Oh, well, I got that going. It's getting closer, right? It's just not filling up the whole space. Okay, so why not? It's getting closer. Okay. And so we hover. Yep, hovering's still good. Why is it not filling up the whole space? Because it's got some width going on. That, I don't know, made this look right, but let's see. I'll have to see if this totally screwed up. Do we even need any of that? Right? Maybe that was just... Let's just take out all of it. Okay. So setting the width. Made the text. What is going on? Why is it doing that? Let's see. So why is this? Well. Why, how can we... Span... Can we put... Bingo. That's how it's supposed to look. So we took out text align left from here. Okay, so we're gonna background. I like having that separate. So let's go ahead and make another new file. And I usually name it, again, ZZ working edits.css. Because invariably I have to change something. Okay. We're not going to do that. And there was something else we changed, which was this. Well, auto. Yeah, auto. Just totally screws up that, but it looks good there. So, with auto, let's just add that. Oh, well. Copy. Okay. Let's refresh and see if it continues to look correct. Up there, not the bottom one. We can probably just get rid of the bottom one. No, something else happened. What happened to make it? No, that's good. What else did we do? Oh, it's coming, text align left is coming from here. Text align, now where's text align coming from? I mean, is it text align center? Okay, let's put it back. Okay. Okay. All right, how about now? Whew! Did I just spend 30 minutes on a button? I think I did. But look how pretty it is. It's super pretty. All right, so let's take out what we don't need now for reference. Oh, and make this much prettier. Okay. So all of it goes this way. Do you guys go over, There's actually a space there. Let's leave the space. I thought it looked pretty, so let's not mess with it too much more, okay? All right. Okay. Okay. So we don't need this. Any of this. Oh, wait. Right. We don't need any of this. Any of this. And we still have this guy. Where? Oh. I don't know why I did that. It does that sometimes. Okay. Okay. Let's put it in the form. Because it might, you know, the class W form needs to be, have it. Okay. What's this? Line. Instead of form, right? We're ending the div. Oh, shift. Okay, lovely. I think that might be it. Now, the only thing, oh, now let's also, now we can play around with button tag. Okay. Let's hope it still works. Can we add type submit class this? And can we go the data part? All right. First, let's fix this. I don't know what's going on here. And then it will look correctly, and then we'll work on, and then it has all the information. It's going really good. Okay. So, and if I go bigger, they get further apart. So it looks good on my screen. What's it going to look on other screens? This is one where probably putting it into columns and rows would have been good. But, you know, even if it looks a little further apart, I would rather it all fit. No, obviously that looks bad. Let's try this and we'll see what it looks like on a couple different screens. Oops. I don't know. It's just getting crunched on mine. Save. Let's just leave it. It's fine. All right. Okay. Looking pretty. What? Oh, I didn't refresh. Let's do one more refresh. Make sure everything else is looking pretty much like should. No! There must have been something in those other, it's still loading, in those other divs that push this guy down. So I think we're just going to fix it, with adding some margin up top. Instead. So I took out some things. To make the button look awesome. I'm just gonna also briefly look here while it's loading. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. Sorry, browser. Okay. This line's up there. Oh, and I need to look at this image deal, right? I don't know what it's doing. Let's go back here. All right. Clear none. What does that mean? Nope. All right, we'll just leave it. Let's add, because we got, oh, this whole block here. Margin top, yeah, okay. I don't know what it was doing, but that looks better. Okay. This image looks great. I don't know. All right, let's refresh again. All right, I think it looks pretty good. Great. Let's look at the, let's just run our test and see if the test is going to run correctly. Now that we got it looking all right. Let's see if it gives us any errors. So I'm running out of steam here on a Friday, almost 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I haven't gotten to my thank you page yet. Again, that one should be pretty easy, and maybe you don't need to really watch me do that. So I think what we'll do, after we let this run and just see what we got, because hopefully it's clicking the button still and all that. We'll end the live stream for today. I'll just put my thank you page together. Oh, it's... Oh. Right. So when, I should just be sure, it's 1,000, right. I was, okay. All right, so you don't know what I'm saying. So find text 10. No. It'll be 1,000 because that's what the person enters, okay? What we have to do in the controller, what? 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + 1,000 = 1,000. 1,000 + For the invoice controller, let me just make sure that I did that. Current plan. Times 100. Exactly. Okay? Because Stripe saves it as cents. But I don't save it as cents. I was just converting using Stripe. But we're gonna, how does it look? Like this? Great. Let's just do that. That's what it's showing. I'm fine with that. Right. So that's what it's going to show. Brilliant. Okay. Now what is that thing? What is that? I don't know. It doesn't show on the page. I'm just gonna. Although you know what does show on the page? Like a little space, which is weird, right? Like what's up there? That is the whole thing. Head, body. Why is there a little white space there? Oh. No. Stripe error? Is that what's showing? So if we took that off, or moved it somewhere. Let's move it inside of the container. Because it's an empty div, right? Basically. What you doing there? It was showing below. I don't know what that white thing is. I don't know. What is doing that? Ah, it is showing that. So that's what it is. Okay. So there's it's like if it's there, show it, right? So we haven't styled the notifications as far as I know. But probably could copy from here, or yeah, he could show me an error, a message later. We're not really showing messages here, or layouts. There we go. If, right? Unless, that's what we're doing. Unless it's blank. I have to sanitize that because it has links in it sometimes. But I'm not going to do that here. It's going to make it. Now these, you know, these classes aren't around, okay? But at least it will get rid of the paragraph. Because unless. Yay! All right. Don't forget to style your notifications and deal with them. But okay, we haven't done that yet. All right, so whew, front-end integration is exhausting. I think that's all I got in me right now. It's 5 o'clock. I call this done. It needs to be tested. It needs, you know, so basically that failed. At that point, let's see if we can get it to go. It'd be nice to end the week with a green. It'd be nice. I hope everyone has a good weekend. It's going to be lovely weather here in New York, not so much for the Southeast. I hope everyone stays safe in Florida, and we have a lot of family down there actually, so we'll have to hear how everything goes for them. And we know they've been working. Oh, that's 404. No such customer. Okay. Interesting. But everything else worked. So just deleting the customer didn't work. Oh, you know why? I know why. Because we is looking for a customer on the platform and not with the connected account. So is that in our right? We need that. Because there isn't one on the platform. It's on the connected account. So if we add that as vendor, invoice.vendor. Yeah, I think it'll work if we... Right. Just looking in the wrong place. All right, one more try. One more try. And hopefully we get a green. I'd really like it if it could be green. We'll go get Chinese food for dinner. That's what we do on Fridays. Be nice to get out and about. It's such a pretty day, right? Oh, it's so pretty here. Need to go outside. Yay! All right, we're gonna stop. That is probably one of the most complicated checkout pages I have ever integrated. Between the JS for the elements and that button, it was pretty complicated. Oh, and then bringing in information from an API. That's new, not just what is in our database. So there you go. All kinds of fun stuff there. So let's look at all we did. Woohoo! Get, add everything. Get commit -m. Front end integration for checkout page. Includes pulling info from Stripe for connected account, styling, and let's put and styling via JS so that I remember. Okay. Yay! And get push. Amazing that I had like 6 things on my to-do list and we accomplished 1. But it was a complicated page. So let's go back to our, let's, feel satisfied in like checking off a box. Add design for page. Check out. We did this and we did this. I have to add another one though. Add design for thank you page. And we gotta move up there. Okay. So we have more to do. I will probably do this on my own and not worry with you guys, but I may hop on tomorrow to test for Stripe errors and do the rest. That's what I think. I'll just do this on my own tonight, watching some TV, and then we'll start with testing for Stripe errors tomorrow. I don't know what time. Sorry, I just kind of go with the flow on the weekend, so probably earlier in the day is my guess. Hopefully by noon, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe in between some napping for the baby. We'll see. Okay, let's sign off. Thank you for watching, and I'm just going to double check there aren't any more comments, which is fine. Oh, try to clear both on invoice subtitle text. Oh, what you did seems to work. Okay, good. Yes. So Mendel Brotset is out. So he's trying to tell me what to do. All right. Go ahead and have a great weekend. And I'm going to sign off right now. And see you soon. Okay, bye.